Hi friends, welcome back with new amazing video from Top Movies Recap. Today I'm going to recap a 2014 sci-fi and action film titled Guardians of the Galaxy. Spoiler warning, watch out and take care. The film begins with a touching sequence. There was a cancer patient there, which we noticed. Her son joined her on the platform. He started crying when he saw his mother in this state. Peter is his formal name. Peter's mother succumbs to illness soon after. Then Peter, who is broken, comes outside and sits on the ground while weeping. A massive spaceship approaches him at the same time. It brings out a few hunters. In truth, they were the space thieves. Yondu was their leader's name. These hunters, following Yondu's orders, pick up Peter and take him with them. They transport him into space. There's a grown-up Peter there now, and now it has been 26 years. Peter had obviously reached the age of 30. He shares a home with the hunters and Yondu. They now entrust Peter with a major assignment to take a stone from another world. It wasn't a simple task, but Peter does it with ease now that he is a skilled thief. On the other hand, we observe a huge and terrifying figure. He has a black and white facial paint jaw. He's also been seen in a black leather jacket. In space, he creates dreadful stuff as he devastates the environment. He was accompanied by a colleague. This evil man also gave his aide orders to take the stone from another planet. When he arrives, however, he discovers that the stone has been stolen by none other than Peter. Before the arrival of that man, Peter had gone while stealing the stone. He was a quick thinker with a lot of skill. A strange event occurs here. Yondu does not receive the stone from Peter. He keeps the stone for himself and departs from there. Yondu tries to call him back, but he refuses. He tells him that Peter remembers that you will be sorry. Then he goes around announcing that whoever brings Peter to me will receive a large prize. This implies that I will give that person a substantial reward. The adventure will begin from here when everybody begins to follow Peter. He possesses the stone for starters, and they might be able to collect a reward if they catch him. The scene now shifts and a character appears. He is a blue-colored, huge character who appears in the Marvel series. Thanos was his name, and he was a powerful superhero. He was conversing with both of his daughters at the time. One was a monster, while the other was a mutant robot. This indicates that these creatures were not human. Thanos now commands his daughters to seize Peter's stone. Two empires are shown in this film. To obtain Yondu's offer of the first empire is superior. This indicates that they intend to steal Peter's stone and give it to Yondu. And they want a lot of money in exchange. However, when the police of this empire saw this, they dispersed destruction around the city because there was a lot of activity. Peter's presence has been widely publicized and everyone is eager to apprehend him. As a result, Peter is arrested right away by the cops. They also apprehend the creature who flees while attempting to retrieve his stone. That man in the black suit stated Thanos should send his daughter to Peter to snare that stone from him. Drax was enraged when he saw that thing. Drax was about to kill that beast, which he was holding around his neck. Meanwhile, Peter comes to a halt and tells him, "You've got an excellent shot. You must assassinate the man in the black suit. That being has the ability to transport you to him. Do you want to kill it while also closing that path?" Drax departs from this location after some time has passed. The residents of the area begin to discuss their future intentions with Peter. They're attempting to dupe him in this way. Thanos' daughter, or whatever monster it is, now asks Peter, "Do you know what's inside this stone?" This is a stone of great strength. It is overpriced and undervalued. If we continue on this path, I can provide you with a customer. This will be used to purchase this power stone in exchange for a good quantity of money. Her father and the man in the black suit both desire that stone, but she doesn't want to do it. She also informs him that my father and the man in the black suit are both interested in obtaining the stone. This indicates that they were not in a relationship. That raccoon, on the other hand, approaches Peter and requests that he leave the prison. Thanos is introduced next. To preserve the planet in balance, Thanos intends to seize the Power Stone. We can now see Peter and the rest of the group. They included Drax on the plane. They were heading somewhere. Now they tracked down the man whose identity was revealed by Thanos' daughter. She had a client who was willing to pay a large sum for the magic stone. The same thing happens. He was desperate to get his hands on that magical stone. When he saw that stone when opening it, he knew it contained an Infinity Stone. The Power Stone is what this term refers to. After witnessing that, he becomes happy. Then they realize how hazardous this magic stone is because it can be used to destroy any location in the galaxy or space. When their customer put the Power Stone to the test, one of his employees arrives and attempts to grab the magic stone. She died the moment she touched it. There was a huge explosion. There's also the black-suited gentleman. Because they despise each other, he fights Drax because the man in the black suit is extremely strong. He throws Drax a long distance away. He's accompanied by some allies as well as Thanos' other daughter. Mutant robots want to meet Peter, therefore this is the case. He is pursued by them. On the other hand, we can see Peter and Thanos' second daughter in the spaceship. However, using her spaceship, the mutant robot strikes them, injuring her own sister. That girl is saved right away by Peter. Now that he's been given a chance, the man in the black suit moves on while his team picks up the Power Stone. Peter, on the other hand, was concerned because the spaceship had been lost. He comes up with an excellent concept. Yondu is on the lookout for him, and he's not alone if he told him everything there was to know about him. Yondu will obviously come and take him into his spaceship because that is where he is now. But if he doesn't, he'll perish in this spacecraft. As a result, he acts similarly. Yondu finds out where he is. Yondu now arrives accompanied by Peter and the creature. He then becomes hostile toward him, accusing him of deception. "I'm going to kill you and that creature as well." Meanwhile, the raccoon and the man who looks like a tree arrive. They were en route to their destination in their spacecraft. They threaten Yondu with death if he harms Peter. Yondu became terrified and did not attack them as a result. "Listen to me first," Peter says to Yondu. "That dreadful man in the black suit snatched my stone. Now you want that stone as much as I do. So why don't we form a unified front? And I'll fight him together to reclaim the stone." Yondu then tells Peter that he is correct in his assessment. "Okay, we'll retrieve that stone from him together." On the other hand, there's the black-suited gentleman. He was overjoyed to acquire that stone, and he placed it in his hammer. He gains influence. When Thanos learns that he's keeping that stone, he will be able to destroy the Earth or space whenever he wishes. He's envious as well as resentful. They develop a dislike for one another. Now you're probably wondering why Thanos' second daughter, a mutant robot, isn't accompanying her father. Why is she standing by that black-suited gentleman? Thanos' actions were not beneficial for his mutant daughter, so he changed his ways. That black suit man will have power once she sees that. As a result, she begins to support him. However, Thanos' second daughter, the monster, does not want that world or space destroyed because Peter is a good human. She is also a good person with a good heart. As a result, she begins to support Peter. Thanos has now departed. Now the man in the black suit is about to make a poor decision, since, as I already stated, he despises the other empire, and he intends to demolish it. He now possesses the Power Stone. He has the power to bring that empire to an end whenever he wishes. He is going to do it today. That man in the black suit leads the entire squad to the empire. When the police of that empire find out, they form a layer, a barrier that prevents the black suit man's spaceship from moving. That man, on the other hand, had grown in authority. He was also in possession of a powerful stone. As a result, he annihilates the shield. After that, he enters. He meets with Peter's team while on his way there. Thanos' two daughters begin to battle each other here, because one is a member of Peter's squad and the other is a member of that man's. They have numerous fights. That nasty guy in the black suit and Drax, on the other hand, are fighting now since that bad guy was quite powerful. As a result, he defeats Drax, who is on the verge of being killed by that man. Then something miraculous happens. The spaceship also contains the raccoon and that wood-like dude. They board that black man's spaceship to board their spaceship. There was a massive explosion as a result of it. However, that wood-like man had previously constructed a shield. Peter's squad was spared as a result of it, but that wood-like man paid the price. Everything was destroyed. But because he possessed the Power Stone, the man in the black suit was still alive. The holder of the Power Stone gains immortality. That person possessed enormous influence. Raccoon, on the other hand, does excellent work and possesses a rocket launcher. He aims it at the old man, that is the man in the black suit. His colossal hammer shatters, revealing the Power Stone. Peter catches it right away. But then Peter's crew recalls something, that a girl died when she tried to catch this stone with her hands. And then there was a massive explosion. This indicates that this Power Stone contains a great deal of energy that a person cannot handle. After that, Peter's squad arrives and they all clasp hands. As a result, the energy emitted by the Power Stone splits, and they direct that energy towards the wicked guy that is the man in the black suit. This resulted in a massive explosion. The terrible guy dies in the end, just like this. They now possess the Power Stone. Yondu arrives in the meantime. This refers to the Hunter's ringleader. "Give me this stone," he tells Peter. He, on the other hand, is uninterested in assisting Peter. Peter gives him a stone at first. He starts to be content. Perhaps I was the one who received the stone. When he opens it, however, he discovers that instead of a miraculous stone, it contains a toy. "Why will I provide you?" he asks. He approaches the Good Empire's police force. That stone is what he offers them. They gain the police's approval. "We thought you were the bad people," the cops tell them. "You, on the other hand, are excellent. This stone is under your guardianship. Guardians of the Galaxy is your title. This refers to those who are in charge of safeguarding the galaxy." Peter is given a title after that. He is dubbed Star-Lord. A spaceship is also given to them as a present. We hope you enjoyed our video from today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to receive notifications of new and interesting videos.